Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's sparking a lot of debate and excitement across Southeast Asia: nuclear power. And right at the center of this conversation is the Philippines. A recent report from BMI, a Fitch Solutions company, has highlighted something huge. The Philippines is one of the top 3 countries in the region leading the charge towards nuclear energy. But what does this actually mean? And is the country truly ready to take this massive step? Let's break it down. For decades, the idea of nuclear power in the Philippines has been a hot-button issue, often associated with the mothballed Bataan nuclear power plant. But times are changing, and so is the energy landscape. With a growing population and an ever-increasing demand for electricity, the country is facing a critical need for stable, reliable, and powerful energy sources. Renewable energy like solar and wind are fantastic, but they have their limitations, especially when it comes to providing consistent, round-the-clock power. This is where nuclear energy enters the picture, promising a massive amount of electricity from a relatively small footprint. The new report from BMI shines a spotlight on the Philippines, alongside Vietnam and Malaysia, as countries that are not just talking about nuclear power, but are actively laying the groundwork. This isn't just a vague idea anymore. The Philippine government has made a concrete commitment to have at least 200 megawatts of nuclear power capacity online by the year 2032. To put that into perspective, 200 megawatts is enough to power over 1 million homes. This is a significant pledge and shows a clear, determined direction. So, what makes the experts at BMI so confident in the Philippines' bid? It boils down to preparation and policy. It's not just about building a plant. It's about creating a whole ecosystem of safety, security, and governance around it. The report points out that the Philippines has already signed on to all the major international safety, security, and liability agreements. This is a crucial step. It means the country is aligning itself with global best practices and standards set by organizations like the International Atomic Energy Agency, or IAEA. Think of it as building the foundation of a house before putting up the walls. These legal frameworks ensure that any future nuclear program is managed responsibly, with safety as the absolute top priority. But what about the technology itself? The word nuclear can be intimidating, but modern nuclear technology has evolved significantly. Today's conversation is centered around advanced reactor designs, including small modular reactors, or SMRs. Unlike the colossal plants of the past, SMRs are smaller, can be built in factories, and assembled on-site, making them faster and potentially cheaper to construct. They also come with advanced passive safety features, which means they can shut down automatically and remain cool without human intervention in an emergency. This new generation of technology is a game-changer, making nuclear power a more flexible and arguably safer option than ever before. Several international companies are already in talks with the Philippine government, exploring the possibility of bringing these SMRs to the country. Of course, the journey to nuclear power is not without its challenges. Public perception is a major hurdle. The ghosts of past nuclear disasters, though rare, loom large in the public imagination. That's why open, honest, and transparent communication is key. The government and energy sector need to actively engage with communities, address their concerns head-on, and provide clear, science-based information about the safety and benefits of modern nuclear technology. Building public trust is just as important as building the reactor itself. Then there's the economic side of things. Nuclear power plants are a massive long-term investment. While the fuel costs are relatively low once the plant is operational, the initial construction cost is substantial. Securing funding and ensuring the project remains financially viable is a complex task. This is where the report's mention of opportunities for investments comes into play. By having solid policies and a clear roadmap, the Philippines is making itself an attractive destination for international investors and technology partners who are looking to be part of the future of energy in Southeast Asia. Another critical piece of the puzzle is human capital. You can't run a nuclear power program without a highly skilled workforce. This means investing in education and training for a new generation of nuclear scientists, engineers, technicians, and regulators. The Philippines is already taking steps in this direction, with government agencies and universities working to develop the necessary expertise. This is a long-term investment in the nation's scientific and technical capabilities, with benefits that will extend far beyond the energy sector. Let's also talk about the environmental impact. The global push to decarbonize and combat climate change is the primary driver for this renewed interest in nuclear power. Nuclear reactors produce virtually no greenhouse gas emissions during operation. For a country vulnerable to the effects of climate change, transitioning to a clean energy source like nuclear could be a powerful tool in meeting its climate goals. It offers a path to providing reliable baseload power without contributing to air pollution or global warming, complementing the role of other renewables. So, when we look at the big picture, the Philippines' journey towards nuclear power is a complex but compelling story. The country has a clear need for more power. It has made a firm political commitment with a specific target and timeline. It is actively building the necessary legal and regulatory framework based on international standards. And it is exploring the latest, safest technologies available on the market. The report from BMI essentially confirms that the Philippines is on the right track, transforming a long-held ambition into a tangible strategic plan. The road ahead will undoubtedly involve intense public debate, rigorous safety assessments, and significant financial planning. But the potential reward is huge. A future with a stable, secure, and clean energy supply that can power the nation's growth for decades to come. The decision to go nuclear is one of the most significant choices a country can make, and it seems the Philippines is preparing to make that choice with careful consideration and a clear vision for the future. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think the Philippines is ready to embrace nuclear energy? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective on this fascinating and important topic. Thanks so much for watching today. If you found this video informative and want to stay updated on big developments in technology and energy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you won't miss our next video. Until next time, stay curious.